Okay, today we are actually going to get into one of the great tools that DM can use. Good old monster cards. Good old challenge cards. They have good old challenge ratings on them. So, as we pull them out now, I'm going to start off with like the good old 0 to 5 cards. So what we can do is you can see each one has like a card. So Stone Golem here, what it does, it actually gives like the whole stats and everything is like a kind of like blurry, so focus isn't there. So it gives like the stats on like the strength, dex, con, intelligence, wisdom, charisma. Up here it gives the AC, hits, points, speed. So like for instance, the Stone Golem here has an AC of 17, natural armor, hit points 178, 17 d10 plus 85, 30 feet speed, and then for going across the board from strength, dex, con, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma, +6, -1, +5, -4, +0, and -5. Then it has like talk about like all the abilities it has, like damage, immunities, poison, psych, and bludgeoning, piercing, stuff like that. Has conditioned immunities, senses, languages, magic resistance, magic weapons. As I actually try to get back on camera and everything, so that's like how it goes down there. Then it gets into like the action stats, like multi-attack, slam, slow, and like a actual picture. So it has like these cards, like these ones are actually kind of like bigger and stuff than like these ones. So we'll pull out like a good old diva. Yeah, everyone wants to be the diva. So the same kind of concept, has the AC, hit points, speed, the abilities, like this, David throws, damage resistance skills and stuff like that, and then like actions, and the, over here as well, actions. And so like it has like pretty much a bunch of them. So like the demon here, the Goristro, and another demon, Marileth. And so it's kind of strange that these are in like a 0 to 5 and everything, because like as far as I know, like they kind of miscalculated the 0 to 5, because this one has like a Marilith has 189 hit points, so that's like well above the challenge rating of 5. Rugged Smothering. Now this one might be more accurate. HP of like 33, AC of 12, and stuff like that. So. And a good old Banshee. So we got like as you can see, a bunch of different ones. So as like I said, as far as I can tell, they kind of like miscalculated the challenge range on these. So like you got the Drow Elite Warrior there, so you can kind of see how like you have a bunch of different ones, like Fairy Dragon. So the great thing about like these is that like the DM can pull out this card, like for the green slide here, and have like all the information he needs. So he can pull out like for encounters, like, okay, I got all the information right here. So like, all right, here we go. So I don't need to sit there and flip through like the monster manual, or I don't need to sit there and write it, spend time prepping beforehand, writing things out, or maybe on pen and paper, like old school style. I'll put those away later. Now, these ones are like the 6 to 16, and as you can see, if I can actually get them out, these ones are actually a lot smaller. So like here's like a half ogre, and like the same kind of deal. Like this is one, and this is the 6 to 16, and like I think they mislabeled them, because like these small ones, they're 6 to 16, and like these big ones over here are 0 to 5. So I think they flip-flopped them. So like this one, like AC of 12, hit points of 30, speed of 30, +3, 0, 2, +2, -2, -1, +0. Senses, like it's got dark vision, passive perception of 9, languages, common and giant. And then it's got actions. So like as you can kind of see, like I think they kind of like messed up, and of course now we got like a ogre, and then we got the smoke mephit, manticore, chimera, good old Cyclops from Greek mythology. So, and of course we got like a young dragons, Fomorian, a good old frost giant. So again, so like this one might be like a good example of actually being in the correct pile or whatever. AC of 15, HP 138, speed of 40. So they, like I said, like I think they got these ones like mixed up with like the challenge ratings and everything. So, but like I said, the great thing is like is that it gives the DM a chance to just sit here and pull out like whatever cards like they need for whatever monsters they're going up against, and like that way it makes things a lot easier for the DM. So like I said, if I'm the DM, I don't have to sit here and pull out like, okay, we're going up against a fire snake. I don't have to flip through the monster manual, find all the stats and everything. Like, oh, here we go. Or I don't have to pull it up on the computer, or I don't have to write it down. I just got this nifty card that I can like place behind like if I have like a DM like a DM screen, I can like just flip it like put it in there, and like I just got the fire snake stats right there. In essence, I got like some DM screens have that like those little instance like tabs that you can put in, and so that way you have it right up there, so that it makes things a lot quicker and everything. So that way you can just like, oh hey, here I got all the information right here. I don't have to go searching for it. It speeds up the game and everything. So this is why stuff like this is like actually like a great handy tool for the DM. So like you can see like quite a lot of monsters and everything. So like Shrieker, Gargoyle, Hill Giant, they got pretty much like everything. So no thing, Yanugu, their god. Of course, my pronunciation always sucks. Of course, good old goblins. They're kind of the common ones that people use, and so they got pretty much like all the monsters and stuff in the PHP, the monster manual right here, ready to go for you. So, and the great thing is like as I attempt to like put these back in to kind of like showcase how easy it is just to kind of pull them out and put them back in, and this way yeah, I say it's easy as I'm kind of sitting there struggling and everything. So this way you have easy, handy something that you can put in like your D&D bag. So these are this is going to be like a pretty much quick, short video on how to use these. And again, I say it's kind of easy to put take in and out as I'm sitting here struggling to get them back. But that's pretty much like the concept of these cards is like they're sort of like they're like the spell cards and stuff, the other stuff that I've gone over. So I mean that's one of my earlier videos, as this doesn't want to cooperate. So like for instance, like going over like the spell cards and stuff, like what's great about these is like I mean they're optional items, because like I've said before and I'll continue to say that like you pretty much only need like the player's handbook, or you could get away with even the starter set to get in at least start. But like once you start getting into the game big time and everything, especially if like you're a DM, these would be a great tool for you, because like as a DM I would say like get the PHP, get the Dungeon Master Guide, and get the Monster Manual. I mean, it could be kind of like a turn off for like a lot of people spending $50 a pop and everything for books, and you're looking to like $150 right there. And then like on top of that, I'm saying you can get these, and like you can see there the price $33.99 well, 25 bucks, yeah, 33.99 is Canadian, so 24.99 US for that one. And like this one doesn't actually have the price on it. Oh yeah, there it is. Never mind. Talking out of my butt. And it's $16, so like basically like 41 bucks for the two of these. So you might be like 200 bucks and everything for the 3 core rule books plus these. Like, yeah, that could, the price point could be a turn off for most people. Now you could get away with the player's handbook because they do have some monsters and stats and everything, and like it would be a little more work, like I said, actually pulling up stuff, information like these cards have on the computer, or actually writing things down. A little more prep work, but if you're someone like me that's really into stuff like this, these are a lifesaver for any DM, because it's like I said, it saves you a lot of time and like prep work and everything. So like you can just, as I showed, you can just pull out the cards, and here we go. Here are all the monsters, and let's get at it. So this is a great tool for like the DM. Once you get into like into it big time and you get 3 core rule books, this would be a great add-on for the DM, and they work great just like the spell cards and stuff would be, you know, for the players.